now have a proclamation. This is a very special week for Beaufort County and for the state of South Carolina and for the nation. This is Gullah Geechee Appreciation Week, and I'm going to ask the ambassador for the Gullah Geechee Nation, Queen Quet, Chiefess of the Gullah Geechee Nation, to come forward, and I'm going to read this proclamation. I'm going to give you an opportunity to say a few words if you like. Whereas the Gullah Geechee people are descendants of Africans in America from various ethnic groups of West and Central Africa, and whereas brought to the New World and forced to work on the plantations of coastal South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, the Gullah Geechee people have retained many aspects of their African heritage due to the geographic barriers of the coastal landscape and the strong sense of place and family of Gullah Geechee community members. And whereas in 2006, Congress established the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor, which extends from Wilmington, North Carolina to St. Augustine, Florida, and encompasses more than 12,000 square miles as a national heritage area. And whereas people who identify Gullah or Geechee represent the many ways that Africans in America have retained and fused the traditions of Africa with the cultures they encountered both during and after captivity. And whereas a series of activities and events to honor the history and legacy of the Gullah Geechee traditions, such as the Gullah Geechee National International Music and Movement Festival, will return to St. Helena Island to commemorate more than 150 years since the reading of the Emancipation Proclamation, and since Harriet Tubman joined Union forces in the Combahee River Raid, which led to celebrations of freedom in Beaufort. Now therefore be it resolved that Beaufort County Council hereby declares July 26th through August 1st, 2015 as Gullah Geechee Nation Appreciation Week. Congratulations. Oh. Would you care to say a few words?
Yes, you want me to do it?
Yes, ma'am, please.
I thought so. This is my first rodeo here. I thought I was supposed to get on the horse over this side. So glad for day back one more again at home, right here, and especially in these county chambers and things like that. Been coming in your way for plenty. Been here, but you've been here all the time, Councilman McBride. So this, I'm glad for see you one more again, and glad for receive this year for the third year running, street time, right here for the Gullah Geechee in Beaufort County. And for those who ain't know, I did from St. Helena Island, right across two bridges and things like that from here. And my mother is here tonight, and as well as my family is from St. Helena and downtown Palawana Islands. So on behalf of all the generations of Gullah Geechees in my family and the family would watch me on the TV right now, I am thanking all of you for them, because to have 3 years in this county celebrating with us, and this celebration is now 4 years old, started in the city of Charleston. This year, this expanded through the entire Gullah Geechee Nation, from North Carolina to Florida. Every one of the 4 states and almost every county in each state is celebrating this year's Gullah Geechee Nation Appreciation Week. So when I say I'm glad to be home, trust me, I'm glad to be home, because I've been up and down this entire expanse of our coast. But it's a blessing to do it, because for so long, and Councilman McBride knows this because he was a school teacher, many people never taught about Gullah Geechee culture. They didn't even want to speak about Gullah Geechee culture. So to have an honor 3 years running in my home county, that got more, so we still a day of the cracky deep like this and things like that, okay, and still holding up on to the culture every day is truly a blessing, not only for me, but for millions of people that are watching, that are coming, that are visiting, that are online, following us at Gullah Geechee, at GullahGeecheeNation.com, looking at all these proclamations that are coming forward, and being proud to say that even if they're not home now, they're coming home to celebrate this week. And so we hope that all of you will be here this week to celebrate. We're going to have a celebration party on St. Helena Island at MJ's Soul Food at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. So please come out and celebrate with us, and all these are for everyone up there chairman. And so there's information for everything else that we're doing over the course of this week. And we definitely would love to see you, because this year the festival will actually be in Riceboro, Georgia on Saturday at a place called Geechee. Ain't that far from you. Now, if you got Gullah Geechee, you have to have some rice. So we go on with the rice today, okay? The Riceboro. But that has nurtured our bodies, but our culture, our love of God, and keeping the family together has truly nurtured our spirits. And as we always say, we be Gullah Geechee anointed people. So thank you for adding to that anointing by blessing us some more this year. This is truly a blessing from our own home county.